Peace FM 104.3. Who to meet Take?
Na Kwame, NDC set up COVID-19 response team.
Quick one. Veronica Bucket was invented by a nurse, apparently.
Nurse, my friend Veronica.
Yeah, I'm just following. Trying if I can get any more details on that. But just go ahead.
Okay. All right. Okay, then Veronicas are inventors.
Veronica Bucket. Let's see if I'll find any answers. The woman who invented the popular Veronica Bucket says people will be okay. I see. Interesting. Hey, what's it? Veronica Bequin.
I got it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yep.
Now, but you know what Veronica, Anna?
Baby, I'm here.
Anna, but you are you. I see.
What I see is Mrs. Veronica Bequin. And as for Bequin, dear, natural, I am my equipim mother. Only photo crowd.
Veronica Bequin.
Yeah.
Oh, Sister Vero,
Mrs. Veronica Bequin, former head of the National Public Reference Laboratory, over 30 years in medical laboratory practice.
Okay.
And she is credited with inventing what is known now as the Veronica Bucket.
Okay.
And interesting. Me, I didn't know. We know my tip of CCR. We know my tip of CCR. And I miss okay. Me a quick search. Na me here. It's
Google no that mo ya na there.
I'm
all over the place.
And I'm
fine.
So her name is Mrs. Veronica Bequin. Into honor oye them invention of the bucket with a tap one. No. It's a very simple way of ensuring that we can have, proper, decent hand washing and So that is why it's called the Veronica Bucket.
Uncle Coco, every day things happen.
So the bucket with the spigot at the bottom was invented by Mrs. Veronica. She's a biological scientist who worked with the Public Health and Reference Lab of the Ghana Health Service from 1972 to 2008. Otasi.
Oh, yeah, Bonabado.
Otasi. So, Mama Vero, Munio. We've learned something today. Anyway, over to you.
Good.
Somebody says, quick laughter. Aisha buckets are only for Kwekubako. Bro.
Manchi.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Mongo.
Yo, Kwame. Last week, sir, Bakaya. Kweku, yeah, comment to you, mention of Kweku. NDC. Already said, one communicators from Abra Yenya, the first report, second report of confirmed cases of coronavirus.
Yeah.
They were all over on the radio, hailing it there by that electoral commission crowd on your register. As a major.
Yeah.
Now, Kwame, say a kakra until we may conclude from that day. Somehow, no, you won't buy Bokra and put it here into your be over. So, if you have a deputy national communications officer in the person of Moya witness war of a Kwekubuahin. Saya dia na abanu. Ya basha sanya easy. No kwa header obey no registration. That's the Deputy National Communications Officer. And ibinumu kwa mpa one year front line officers. say one commenter. It's ma President Mahama. Kwame, galam say ba, okay be papa all over the place. That unfortunate incident Osiwo oya Keti South Assemblyman ya even mukwe tu shanado.
Oh. Oh. Nice guy.
May he so rest in peace.
Oh, Charlie.
Charlie. He led a delegation to the place to consult with them. Every single national matter. And yet, Kwame.
Yeah.
Da be de gwede. Abani mpebia awa bem 2009 to 2015. Wokoto yumihenda momai. Na kuno fadu oyini nua ye nhihye bopo mo wode jademze. On this matter, he has not found his voice as we speak. On this matter.
Which matter?
Airbus and matters arising.
So, no decided in your back, sir.
Kwame. Enti ni flag bearer no yen. It is choose and pick, eh? Choose and pick. Fine. And watra the COVID-19 aba. And I don't take it from him. Yes? Ebola ban, he was the president. But Kwame, truth be told, how much is the rest of the world? How much is the rest of the world in touch with China as it does with Dr. Congo?
DR Congo, you mean?
How much? Tell me. It's China now over here epicenter. The rest of the world was bound to have it. Because more or less, China is a microcosm of the world. China is the second largest economy of the world. The potential to even become the first in 2025. Industrial giant. Kwame,
5 minutes.
Investment across the world, every corner of the world. Into China, as somebody see one of the na Kwame, oya na wasa oma ready meaning na. So if you put the two side by side, it was more than likely for a country to have it than Dr. Congo. Now, whether we like it or not, yes, yeah, experience. And now, and I have even groups working virtually nothing was happening. Ghana Medical Association, they spoke that on the ground, our preparation towards the Ebola, nothing was happening on the ground.
Ebola or COVID-19?
I'm just making a case. Then nothing happened. As we say, but granted that you did what you ought to do as president, you did it with an institution. When you're Ghana Health Service, that is where you have the professionals. More pharmacists, more doctors, more nurses, all the paramedics. If you go there, it's strands of professionals. Ghana Health Service was several strands of professionals. Because that is the institution. Kwame, this so-called COVID-19, NDC COVID-19, in my view, is an indictment on these groups. Indictment on the medical doctors. But for us, who had the memory, or who continue to have the memory of what happened in 2014, 2015, thereabout, you as an institution, you don't have it. It is a inform or COVID-19, NDC response team COVID-19. The institution which is the frontline institution, or your human, it doesn't have the memory. It's an indictment on the medical doctors. Papaya also can we? Our friend Tamale Teaching Hospital. These are CEOs more or less in that capacity. What they do is just to direct. But you have the frontline people who day to day are in the thick of the operations. Former General Secretary Oda Bekanwi. These are all persons who were with Ghana Health Service. Are you telling me? Are you saying? Doctor. Oh, Mozama Payinam
Jewapia.
It was one time also, I'm sure, Director of Ghana Health Service or Upper East or Upper West. I may be mistaken here. So it is Ghana Health Service, the institution that worked on whichever arrangement I need to
2 minutes more.
Oh, Kwame, Mr. Some COVID-19, and let me read this portion, which is quite instructive. I have also already announced that the National Democratic Congress is committed to assisting government in this fight by availing all technical and logistical, I don't know where this logistical resources at our disposal. As evidence of our seriousness in that respect, we have assembled a technical team to guide our efforts and to lead the NDC's response to the evolving situation. Amazing, Kwame. A time where we need to rally round as a country, together, get focused, seeking to buy a certain mileage out of what has happened. It's the NDC's response. And how is that going to happen? It will be NDC formulated policies, and which will affect NDC people. NDC's response. It is pathetic. But come to the group he has put together. I was so expectant. What's the press conference? Now, Obana was all about self-adulation, reading of biographies. Or reading a children point say others will have their biographies read in the days and the weeks ahead. Another to talk. There were 4 main speakers. Kwame. In Bozikan, he was to speak on public health management. And eventually he ended up criticizing everything. Man, why? The 50,000 test kits is not enough. The closure of our borders and the airport, too late. Public health management, these were the things he ended up with. Then the second speaker, is Zanetor Rawlings. That's right. Somehow, she was the one who brought some things up, which were good. I.e., that we need to also begin to look at the distancing policy, even in our marketplaces, and then also in the trotros. These are matters which are not new, but she gave it a certain push. Then the third person, he was to speak on impact of COVID-19 on the economy. He was even, as I understood it, then as a former deputy minister, you do analysis of where we are today by the strength of our economy and the areas that the COVID will affect, and then the impact. He ended up there. Where is the $100 million that the president promised? Government expenditures, it will be subject to audit. The impact of COVID-19 on the economy completely lost. He was talking about scheduling a certain amount in the budget to take care of the COVID-19 and then its aftermath. And that in the budget, the dollar CD exchange rate was pegged at 5.7. And so he expects that government will spend as much as 5.7 billion Ghana cedis. You did not find the impact of the COVID-19 on the economy. You did not find it there. Then the last speaker, pathetic. No grammar, crampo, but
what do you mean?
Kwame, go and listen to the tape. I'm telling you. I will change him there. Me, where frequency the man Chado Mindu Akoshi. She was to speak on mobilizing forceful information to fight COVID-19. And all she was doing was even asking questions. What will be the role of these people? What will be the role of that agency? Well, that. Now, you chairman no be some reason. Mr. Prosperman, eventually his point was that it's now that they are going to develop something and forward it to the country. And then I'm meeting here. Can't do what's the document be back on my paying. They are now going to develop it. You know what document? They are now going to develop it, and that, in his view, the committee that is managing it must be elevated to crisis management team. Anybody and everybody who will be frank with themselves in the dark after watching this. It is about last week I posed the question. This COVID-19 thing that we are told is being formed. What will be their locus? At the clinical level or at the ministerial level? Now, Kwame, oya aroho. There, General Secretary of NDC. General Secretary is no mean a person. General Secretary. When President Mahama tells us that this group has been put together to support government, General Secretary, on the other hand, there oya ban on churches, ban on public gatherings, all of those is intended to rig the 2020 elections. Mercy from Gra. Until you ask yourself there, committee here, NDC was one for me. Are they coming to join support government efforts, which eventually by submission that the committee will come and assess for government to rig the 2020 elections? It's pathetic. Pathetic, and I'm telling them that look, there is a national problem. Let us all rally round one clear leadership provided by the president. And so far, Kwame, there's a lot of applause for this president. Every step he has taken, and finally to land. Kwame, it was divine there. President Akufo-Addo Kasa Sunday. No kade. Oh yeah, midnight Sunday. All borders, including our airport, remain shut. Now, if you say, I think you see our beya. Say, you may adum madamazi amba. And then out of 185, what test one those under quarantine. 185 here, what test one. You 26. What you're positive. It would have been a disaster.
Kwamena Duncan, thank you very much.
Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.